since their children were 9 years old, this has been one family's reality, loading the young ones into a boat to reach their ride to school. Now the children are teenagers, and the parents say this flooding has only gotten worse.
Like I said, we're just here to change the narrative, that's all.
Do you feel like it speaks a little bit differently that our police here are walking with you guys?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, and this is a great message. Awesome. And so that's a good start.
A lot of these cars are being pulled out to the side of the road where there's a little bit more dry land, but this flooding is just so intense that these residents say that they're just so tired of it. They're really looking for some resources, some kind of answer from the county to prevent this from happening instead of recovering from when it does happen. The state says both Jackson and Chris Dontel admitted to having an affair, which lays the background for this whole case. The winds are picking up and that rain is coming down. I'm actually standing near the intersection of Orange Street and Front Street right in downtown, where that water is collecting right in the middle of this intersection. The people I spoke with are asking how many times they'll need to rebuild before the county fixes this problem. Now tonight, some are leaving their homes to sleep somewhere dry, but tell me they shouldn't have to. If I sound a little winded, it's because I tried to catch up with News 13's Chris Spiker, who is running. He and everyone behind me have about 20 miles left to go. I'm going to step out of the frame to give you guys a better look at this race. We've learned in just the last few minutes from mall employees that a stabbing incident happened inside of the mall prior to a shooting that happened in this parking lot. Cindy Tilley was known for her full-of-life personality and was a friend to many. Amy Howie says Tilley was like a sister who she talked to every day. Howie says the virus stole her best friend, but lives can be spared if we all stay vigilant. With doorbell cameras becoming more common, you can find out about situations like this almost instantly. Well, as you can imagine, this family is suffering a great deal from more than one loss. The mother of Tyler Rogers tells me that her son loved his cousin dearly. Michael and Arlene Buckley shared their first kiss at 14, and 40 years later, Michael proposed.
And we went to the same spot on the beach, the exact spot, and we both knew exactly where it was that we had our first kiss. Still gives me chills.
This is exactly where we were. I remember
and
this.
He got down on his knee and proposed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now, police say the damage to this community is still quite extensive and far too dangerous to allow our crews inside. However, we do have a bird's eye view with News 13's drone. Bill Foster says he's always wanted his own island, but this isn't what he had in mind. Sons Joshua and Joseph are walking through floodwater to get to school on time.
It was like, oh, cool, the first time, and it was like, after a little bit, it gets tiring.
Since Matthew, we just prepare ourselves for this.
The Fosters say they've weathered their fair share of storms in the last 16 years, but this water didn't come from a hurricane.
If 6 inches of rain did this, I would hate to see a Florence rain falling again.
While walking along the road, Linda tries to make sense of why this is happening.
One tree, average size tree, takes up 100 gallons of water a day. 100. Do you think all these wetlands that are being taken away, how much water that is?
The Fosters say they've been listening to county officials talk and plan for years. They want action to fix this tiring problem.
Time for something to be done about the water. And this street is just typical of many streets you never hear about.
Now, this area is only open to local traffic. Everyone else is asked to keep out until this water has a chance to go down. Reporting in Forest Brook, Elisia Alonso, News 13.